One of the biggest shifts I see in real estate investing happens when wholesalers realize they're already doing the hardest part of the business, finding deals. And honestly, that realization changes everything. Because once someone consistently knows how to source opportunities, negotiate sellers, evaluate properties, and control contracts, they're already operating much closer to a real investor than they realize. But a lot of wholesalers stay stuck in transaction mode, assignment fee after assignment fee, always hunting, always restarting, always needing another deal immediately. And eventually, many of them start noticing something frustrating. They're putting deals under contract, then watching someone else make 60, 80, sometimes $100,000 on the back end. That creates a major mindset shift. Now, to be clear, I'm not anti-wholesaling. Wholesaling teaches valuable skills: acquisitions, negotiation, lead generation, seller psychology, market awareness. Those are all extremely important. But eventually, many wholesalers hit a ceiling. And the reason is they built an acquisition business without building an operational business. And I call this the operator transition. The shift from finding deals to controlling the entire operation. That's where things start changing financially. Because once you understand underwriting, rehab execution, funding structure, contractor management, retail exits, and operational systems, you stop making money only on assignment spreads. Now you start participating in margin expansion. And I call this the margin expansion model. Instead of making 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 maybe assignment deals, you begin capturing rehab margin, appreciation, retail spread, refinance opportunities, and long-term operational upside. That's a completely different business model. Now, does that mean every wholesaler should immediately start flipping houses tomorrow? Absolutely not. That would be dangerous, because this is where many wholesalers make a massive mistake. They assume finding deals means I automatically know how to operate flips, which is not true. Those are two very different skill sets. Acquisitions get you into deals. Operations determines whether you survive them, scale them, and profit from them consistently. And that's a major distinction. And honestly, this is where a lot of wholesalers get exposed. Because once you move into rehabs, contractors, funding, timelines, permits, holding costs, and execution pressure, this business becomes operational very quickly. And that's why systems matter so much. Because without operational structure, profits disappear, timelines drift, chaos increases, and emotional decisions multiply. At Flip Lab, we focus heavily on helping investors bridge the gap safely, because the goal is not jumping the giant flips emotionally. The goal is controlled scaling, operational discipline, conservative underwriting, and building repeatable systems. And honestly, wholesalers often have a massive advantage once they learn this correctly, because they already understand lead flow, seller conversations, market movement, and opportunity sourcing. That's the hardest skill for many investors to learn. What they usually need next is operational structure, and that's the missing piece. Another thing wholesalers eventually realize is this: transaction income can become exhausting. Every month starts over. New leads, new contracts, new assignments, new pressure. Operators think differently. They build systems, teams, processes, repeatability, and long-term operational leverage. And that changes the business completely. And honestly, that's usually where investors stop feeling like hustlers and start feeling like actual business owners. Because eventually, the real goal isn't closing random deals. It's building a stable, repeatable operation that can continue scaling long term. That's operator thinking. And once wholesalers understand that shift, their entire business model starts evolving.